Major changes in history often begin with a simple idea and a person determined to pursue it. On October 28, 1955, William Henry Gates III, better known as Bill Gates, was born in Seattle, Washington. From an early age, he was an avid reader, highly competitive, and deeply curious. Although his parents expected him to pursue law, Gates became fascinated by computers. At 13, he discovered programming at Lakeside School and quickly became absorbed in the world of technology. He spent hours writing code and solving problems alongside his friend Paul Allen. Their interests soon led to their first small business, Traf-O-Data, which gave them early experience turning technology into practical solutions. In 1973, Gates entered Harvard University, but his passion for software continued to grow. Then, an opportunity arrived that would change his life and eventually transform the world of personal computing. The opportunity Gates and Paul Allen had been waiting for arrived in January 1975, when Allen showed Gates an issue of Popular Electronics featuring the Altair 8800, an early personal computer. They immediately contacted MIT, the company behind the Altair, and offered to develop a version of the basic programming language for it. At the time, they had not yet written the program, so they worked intensely for several weeks to create it. When Paul Allen demonstrated the software in New Mexico, it worked successfully on the Altair. The success convinced Gates that personal computers could become a major industry. Gates then made a life-changing decision. He left Harvard and moved to Albuquerque to work with Allen. In 1975, they founded Microsoft, later known as Microsoft. Their vision was to develop software that would make computers useful and accessible to people everywhere. In 1980, IBM approached Microsoft for software for its new personal computer. Gates recognized the opportunity, and Microsoft acquired and developed an existing operating system into MS-DOS. Instead of selling it exclusively to IBM, Gates chose to license the software. This allowed Microsoft to earn money from other computer manufacturers using MS-DOS, helping the company become a dominant force in personal computing. In 1985, Microsoft introduced Windows, bringing a graphical interface to personal computers. The company went public the following year, making Gates one of the world's youngest billionaires. But Microsoft's rapid growth also brought criticism. During the 1990s, the company was accused of using its market power to limit competition. In 1998, the U.S. government filed an antitrust case against Microsoft, putting Gates and the company under intense public scrutiny. In 2000, Gates stepped down as Microsoft's CEO and began devoting more of his time to philanthropy. Alongside Melinda Gates, he expanded what became the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, focusing on some of the world's most serious problems. The foundation invested billions of dollars in global health, education, poverty reduction, and efforts to fight diseases such as polio and malaria. For Gates, this marked a major change in purpose. The same determination that had helped him build one of the world's most influential technology companies was now being directed toward improving lives around the world. From a teenager fascinated by computer programming to a technology pioneer and global philanthropist, Bill Gates built a legacy that extends far beyond Microsoft. In 1994, Bill Gates married Melinda French Gates, whom he had met while working at Microsoft. They were married for 27 years and had 3 children together. Their marriage ended in divorce in 2021, but both continued their philanthropic work. Gates has since entered a new chapter in his personal life while remaining focused on his family, philanthropy, and global causes. Bill Gates' story is not simply the story of a man who became extremely wealthy. It is the story of someone who recognized the power of an emerging technology and dedicated himself to understanding where it could lead. As a teenager, he saw possibilities in computers when most people barely understood their potential. He took risks, built Microsoft, and helped bring personal computers into everyday life. But perhaps the most important part of his journey came later. After achieving extraordinary success in technology, Gates turned much of his attention toward problems that affect millions of lives, including disease, poverty, education, and global health. His life offers a simple lesson. Success is not only about what you achieve for yourself, but what you choose to do with that success. Bill Gates began by writing code that changed the world of technology. He continued by investing his knowledge, time, and wealth in trying to improve the world itself. And that may be the most lasting part of his legacy. If you enjoyed this biography, leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe for more inspiring stories of legends. Thank you for listening.